My name is Amber Livesay. I'm a Diamond Ambassador with Plexus. I did not go to the dollar store today and get anything Hawaiian, so about 5 minutes before this call, I put this on. I don't know if you can see it. It's this little shell necklace, but at the end of this shell necklace is a little name tag. And I've got several of these over here, and what these represent are trips to Hawaii, and we're going to be talking about that a little bit tonight. So I thought y'all could see this part. It looks kind of Hawaiian-ish. But my husband and I have been able to go to Hawaii for free, first class, the past 2 years. And when I say first class, I'm not just talking about the airfare. I'm talking about everything that is done is first class, top notch, and the airfare, which is quite nice. And we're going to get to go again this September. So I thought, what better way to represent Hawaii than something that actually was with me in Hawaii and represents my trips to Hawaii. Through Plexus. So sorry, I didn't go to the dollar store. I just grabbed this off of my name, all my name tags over here. So I want to start us off with a quick word of prayer, and then I'm going to give you guys just some instructions for Zoom and things like that. Dear Lord, I thank you so much for this evening. I thank you for all of these wonderful folks that are on this call. Lord, we just pray that you will bless our time together. Lord, some people on this call have their doubts about this thing we call Plexus. And Lord, we just pray that people enter into this call with open minds and open hearts and truly see how Plexus can change lives. In your name, amen. Amen. So let me just give you guys a few tips. Those of you that are maybe new to Zoom, if you can see us, we can see you, which we love. It's so much better to have a call and talk to faces rather than just a bunch of gray boxes with names on it. But if at any time you need to turn that off, it's down in the bottom left corner where it says stop video. We also have everyone muted right now, and that helps cut down a lot on background noise. So we want to talk to you guys just a little bit tonight. I know everybody on this call is an ambassador. You're either active, maybe you're not active right now, but at some point or another, you saw the vision of Plexus. If you hadn't have, you probably wouldn't have paid that $34.95, bought the products. You may be like a couple friends of mine. Maybe you signed up just to prove us wrong and then realized, oh, these products work. But let me just tell you guys, as we enter into this call, like I said in my prayer, try to keep a really open mind. Try to think about all the different ways as you hear about what our products and our business can do. Try to think about all the different ways that they can help you. And then if you hear that someone mentions that Plexus can help with a certain ailment and you know someone in your sphere of influence who has that ailment, just jot their name down. Okay, that's going to help you guys at the end of this call realize, okay, there's something to this. I can reach out to these people that I've jotted their name down, tell them what I learned on this call, and maybe they can jump in Plexus with me and we can run together. My sister and I run our teams together, and it is absolutely the funnest thing we've ever done together. I know Celeste, her sister-in-law, and her sister-in-law's sister run their teams together. She's there. Are you at Haley's right now? Hey, Haley. And it's just so much fun to have a running buddy, to have someone to do this with. I also want to talk just a little bit about why you're on this call. You guys, this call was the vision and the dream of my friend Amber Sheffield, and I am so blessed by her, and I'm honored just that she asked me to speak on this call. But I want to tell you guys why we're doing this. We want to be super upfront with you, okay? We're not going to try to hide anything. If Amber Sheffield can reach Emerald by July 31st, she gets one of these name badges, and she and Tommy, her husband, get to go to Hawaii. Okay, so we're not going to hide that. But let me also say this. That's not our main motivation for doing this call. We promise it's not. Our main motivation for doing this call is to get some of you to really catch the vision of Plexus. Some of you need to really see how these products can change lives. We don't want you to order just 1 month just to help out Amber and then next month not keep ordering. We want our products and our business to change your life like they've changed ours. I was mentioning earlier before the call started My husband and I are going to be moving this fall. And we're looking at houses that there's no way we could afford without Plexus. There's just no way. These products and this business are absolutely life-changing. I could sit here and talk to you for 20 minutes about different medications that I'm off of because of Plexus. I'm not going to because we're recording and I don't want to stay compliant, but I could. About different medications, about how I visit my doctor much less frequently than I used to because these products are that life-changing, and you're going to hear more about that tonight. So Amber, thank you. We are honored, each of us that you've asked to speak on this call. We are honored by that, and we are all rooting for you. And I'm going to let you take it away now.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, Amber. Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah? Okay. I'm going to ask you really quick if you're not muted, to go ahead and mute, because I do hear a little bit of background noise. But also really quick, if you don't know about Zoom, up at the top, there's a little box that says gallery view or speaker view. If you want to click on speaker view, that way you can see the person that's actually talking. It's a little bit easier to find us. So I want to point that out. But thank you so much, Amber. Like she said, the purpose of this call is because we want you guys, I personally want you guys to get on these products if you're not already, okay? They have seriously changed my life. And I'm going to try to get to this call without being emotional, but I'm very emotional. I just am just very blessed by every person on this call, and I'm very thankful for the support and how you guys are rallying around me. And pretty much everybody who's speaking tonight on the call isn't personally even on my team. There's a couple of you all, but either, I'm on your team, but as far as everybody else, I'm your sideline. And it just means so much to me that you guys are rallying around and that you are supporting me. And everybody who's on my team that's on this call, there's just no words for it. There's just absolutely no words. So I just want to personally say thank you before we get started and you hear some amazing testimonies. And I just want you to know my heart. And obviously I'm trying to reach a huge goal, and as something that I never ever saw when I first joined Plexus, because I didn't intend on doing this business. But when I started to see how it was changing my health and my family's health, I had to share. And then it's just grown from there. And it's just being passionate and consistent. And when you see something that's changing your life, you can't help but share with people. We all have stuff in our life that we have to share with people. So anyway, I don't want to take up any more time because we have some awesome people who are going to speak tonight. But again, just thank you guys. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being on here. So let's go ahead. I'm going to turn it over to my dear friend, Terri Paxton. Some of you know her. I just love her. Her and I know each other through Plexus. And she has a great testimony. And I just want you all to hear from her first. So go ahead, girl. You take it over.
Awesome. Thank you. Like I said, oh, here we go. Aloha, y'all. I'm telling you what, it's kind of fun to dress up Hawaiian. Man, oh man. And I know Amber is going to be doing this for the real deal in a few months. I am so blessed to be able to be here. I just told my husband, I said, I need to finish dinner because I'm hopping on a call and I am helping my friend Amber get to Emerald. Y'all, Amber, like she said, we are sidelines. We are not on each other's teams. We're on a big team together, but this gal is one of my sweetest, most precious Plexus blessings. So my name is Terri Paxton, and my Plexus journey started in July of 2014 when I decided 2 weeks before my daughter's wedding that I needed to get skinny. Yeah, everybody stop right there. I wanted to get skinny in 2 weeks. And so I reached out to my friend, Claire Watson, who I had been watching post about Plexus. I knew that she was filled with integrity. I trusted her. I knew that she wouldn't be doing some kind of crazy fad type kind of thing. So I said, Claire, I need to get some of this stuff that you've been talking about. And I started I started Slim and Accelerator. Well, as you can imagine, I did not get skinny in 2 weeks. And so I quit. There's the big aha, y'all. I quit after just 2 weeks. And let me tell you, that is the first thing I want to tell you. Change your mindset. Plexus is not a get quick fix. It is not like all the other fad diets that I have tried over the 50-something years. It is not going to get you skinny in 2 weeks. It's just not. But I didn't realize that. I didn't understand that I needed to change my mindset. So fast forward a few more months from there, And the wedding pictures from my daughter's wedding came, and they were all beautiful, but there was one picture in particular that was my wake-up call. I was like, holy smokes. I'm sure you guys have, maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but I mean, there was one photograph of myself that I thought, holy moly, I should have stuck with this for more than 2 weeks. So I picked up the phone, called my precious friend Claire back, and this time I told her, all right, I am going to do this for at least 6 months. What is the cheapest way I can get it? And that's when I jumped all in and went ahead and joined, like every one of you guys did, for the $35. I even after I told her I was going to do it for 6 months, I still asked her, I said, but can I still quit? And she's like, yeah, you can quit again if you want to, but how did that work for you the first time? So I changed my mindset. And once I changed my mindset, I started noticing some amazing things within the first week that I wasn't paying attention to that first time because I was just watching the scale. I noticed that I had energy. I was getting up in the morning and going to boot camp, for Pete's sakes. I was not an exerciser, but boot camp. I was able to sleep all night. My hormones were balanced. I wasn't crashing in the afternoon or grabbing a handful of candy. I was a second grade teacher at the time, and I was always giving candy to my kiddos about 2 o'clock in the afternoon because I really needed the pick-me-up. Not my kiddos, but I certainly needed it. Well, my team started growing, and that's the next thing I want to tell you guys about. When you have a different mindset, I want you to jump all in, and I want you to spread the word. I want you to become that crazy Plexus lady. And even if you do not have a testimony, even if you do not have results yet, I want you to cling to somebody else's results. We have hundreds of thousands of people with life-changing testimonies, whether it's their health or their finances. And that's exactly what I did. I was watching another gal that I knew as an educator, and I was letting her passion fuel my belief. Before I even really had something that I wanted to shout from the mountaintops, but it fueled my flame. And my friends started noticing. So my team started growing. People started joining me. I was starting to see amazing results that were scale victories and non-scale victories, but my team started growing. Now, as I said, I was a second grade teacher at the time, and I was working this business, putting it into the nooks and crannies of my day. I'd spend about 15 minutes before work, 15 minutes at my break, and then a little bit at the evening. And I started growing a team. Well, it was a supplemental income for us. And so I started kind of blowing this money. It was mad money. And I went through it like mad money. And I didn't have anything really substantial to show for it. I had some pretty jewelry. That was fun. I had some great shoes. Trust me, I like jewelry and shoes, but that was not long lasting. And like I said, I kind of was clinging to other people. I was watching other people be successful. One evening, I was scrolling through Facebook, and I stumbled across a post on Sarah Marble's page. Sarah Marble is a diamond who is amazing. And I thought, I want to do what she does. I want to be successful like her. Well, I saw this video she had posted about a group called Angel House. I knew that God wanted me to be doing something more than buying shoes and jewelry, but I wasn't sure what it was until I ran across this post. Angel House is an organization that builds orphanages in India. Now, my passion was definitely India. My son and daughter-in-law were missionaries there, and so I had a great love for India. And then it also was able to allow me to marry my passion for kiddos as a teacher. So I reached out to Angel House and committed my Plexus income to build an orphanage for India. Y'all, that's the last thing I want to tell you guys about. My why about getting skinny for my daughter's wedding, although that was certainly what made me jump in, was not going to carry me very far. But when you have a why that is about something bigger than you, then you will never, ever quit. And God whispered upon my heart. He's like, you know what? This is not about something this
This isn't about you, Terri. This is about something so much bigger. So for the first couple of years, well, I've been doing Plexus now for 3 years, but for the first 2 years, my Plexus income was dedicated to build an orphanage in India for 25 kiddos who now have a forever home. They have a pillow to sleep on. They have beds to sleep on. They have shoes on their feet. They get to go to school where they wouldn't have been able to before without this home. My daughter and I were able to travel to India in this last December to open the orphanage and watch these kiddos go running in, y'all. That is my why. And you know what? Something as simple as wanting to get skinny has blossomed into something so much more. But you know what would have happened had I not jumped back in? Of course, I wouldn't be feeling good. Of course, I'd still be mortified at some of the pictures that I'd see of myself, but there would be kids in India that wouldn't have a home. There would be more than hundreds and hundreds of people on my team whose lives have not been changed. Not just the people on my team. I wouldn't know any of these people that are on this call. Y'all, I'm telling you, if you have had an opportunity to jump back in, do it with both feet. If you don't have a story yet, cling to one of those stories that you hear from somebody else. Let somebody else's passion fuel your belief. I am so grateful that I gave Plexus a second chance. Y'all, God has such big plans for every single person that's on this call. It is not an accident that you are here. So there you go. Jump in with both feet and see what God has in store for you.
Oh, that's so good, Terri. So good. Thank you so much, girl. I know. I love it. I tell my team all the time, it's so much bigger than what we see. It is. I love that. All right. So up next is, let's move on to Julie King. Julie, I saw you on here. Julie and I are trying to figure out if we've officially met in person before. I'm pretty sure we met at Leadership Retreat last year, but I've seen her name on the Slim Sisters team page, and I've heard her story, and I definitely wanted her to share tonight. So Julie, you go ahead and take it over, girl.
I'm not sure how I'm supposed to follow up Terri Paxton, but I'm almost ready to join again after listening to her. My story actually began in June 2014. I'd been watching some of my best friends post about this little pink drink that was helping people lose weight. And I was diagnosed about 20 years ago with an underactive gland that can make it very difficult to lose weight and also can cause you to have fatigue. So anything that I thought was going to help me lose weight, I was all about it. I was not interested in the health benefits. I just wanted to shed a few pounds. So I placed my order. I ordered just the Plexus Slim, and I started taking it. I took it for about 30 days. I wasn't consistent. I didn't take it as directed, and I definitely didn't make any other changes. So you can imagine my shock after 30 days when I wasn't 20 pounds skinnier, right? No, that's not how it works. That's not how Plexus is designed to work. So I just chalked it up to another thing that was not going to work for me, but it was, I was happy for my friends who were having great results. So fast forward about 9 months, and these same friends who I love and trusted started talking about the triplex combo and gut health. And around this same time, my mom had been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And I had continued to gain weight, continued to feel horrible, and was basically at the point of desperation that I knew I had to do something. I was getting ready to turn 40, and I knew that I had to make some changes. So I joined as a wholesale ambassador because obviously I wanted to get my products the cheapest way possible. And something else changed around that same time, and that's my mindset. I was committed this time, and I knew that I didn't have any other choice. So I began taking my products on March 7th, 2015, and I have been 100% committed ever since. After 30 days, I could tell such a huge difference. And I knew that this was something that I was going to be doing for the long haul. I was in it for life. I had never planned to work the Plexus business, but when I started experiencing the health results that I had, I knew I had to share because I just felt like I had something that so many people needed. So since that time, 28 months later, I have my gland has improved. I've had reduced anxiety, something that I had struggled with for about 20 years. No more bloating, no more GI issues. And as an added benefit, I've lost over 40 pounds and over 25 inches. So I'm so thankful, so thankful that I gave Plexus a second chance. I could go on and on about all the ways that it has blessed me and my family. I'm just so thankful that, you know, I feel like I've got my life back and I can be the mom and wife that I need to be. So anyway, if you're on, I'm assuming if you're on this call, maybe you are like me and you gave up, or maybe you're not committed, but I encourage you, please give Plexus a second chance. These products are life-changing. And I just want to say thanks, Amber, for letting me be a part of this. I'm excited to watch you hit this amazing rank. So that's my story, and I hope it encouraged you.
Absolutely. Thank you, girl. Thank you for sharing. I love how you said underactive gland. I love it. Staying compliant. You guys know what she means. That's great. But thank you so much, Julie. That's an amazing testimony. So I appreciate it. All right, so let's move on. I want to hear from Julie Mcneely. You guys, some of you know her. She is what we call our product expert. And so I'm excited now that we've heard a couple testimonies and how the products have helped and how they're also helping them financially. But I want you guys to go ahead and hear from Julie now. So Julie, you take it over, girl, and share the amazing products with us.
Hey everybody, so excited to get to share with you. So I will go ahead and tell you I'm a little bit of a research nerd and a little bit of a product nerd. I don't know if I necessarily consider myself an expert, but I do love learning not just that these products work, but learning why they work and letting you know that there is science to back this up, okay? This isn't just a bunch of us that are really hype about you know, some snake oil that somebody is trying to sell you here, okay? And I know that you guys have at least once tried this, and maybe that's how you're feeling. Maybe that's where you are, and maybe you don't really quite understand. But I want you to understand, if you catch the vision for this company and for what they are doing, they are so far ahead of the curve and understanding the research that is out there about gut health and how important it is, and why we as an American public especially, but especially in our Western diet, how we are in a crisis because of our gut. And so I want you to understand that the integrity of this company, but also to understand the legit scientific backing that is behind these products and the approach of this company, because it's not just like take this and take this and take this. It is a holistic approach to health. And so this is about wherever you are in your health journey. I don't care if you have never done one healthy thing for yourself, never made what you consider to be a healthy choice, or whether you are fit and fabulous and you are training other people to do the same. These products need to be a part of your health toolbox. I tell people all the time, we all have a health toolbox. Some of us have one that is absolutely empty, and we are trying to hammer with a pool noodle, and you know things aren't working out and you're wondering why, okay? And this is why these products, we want you to understand the approach for your body. And I want you to get excited about it, because I'm excited about it, because I am that research nerd. So this is the approach of our products now, especially we've had the pink drink. I know you all know about the pink drink, and you probably have all tried it, but we have had this reformulated, and our new Slim. This is what the new Slim looks like, and also our new product packaging is amazing. So this is our new Slim, and listen, all of the good things it did before, and you may have known about these, but I'm just going to recap it for you. It still does all those things, but it has an amazing new flavor that is just absolutely fabulous. So if you can't think of another thing you want to do, let me tell you, you've got to at least try this new Slim, okay? And this and the other products I'm going to talk to you about with this new whole approach that Plexus has is just going to be amazing, okay? So the new products that we have are our new reformulated Slim, our X Factor Plus, our X Factor multivitamin has been reformulated, and then our Vital Biome. Now, all of this comes together with our Triplex, which you may have heard of before. Some of you may have even tried. And this is the approach that is just knocking it out of the park for gut health. And it's weed, feed, seed, and protect. I'm going to say it again so you can get it right, okay? Weed, feed, seed, and protect. So we're going to start from the beginning with the weeding. Now, why is it important for your gut to weed your gut? Because everything you do, everything that you put into your mouth, even things that you put on your skin, they affect your gut. And I want you to think of your gut like a garden. Okay, so don't lose me on the science here. Don't start like zoning out like you're in class, all right? I want you to think about this. It's a super simple metaphor that's really going to help you understand the importance. This gut, this microbiome, micro means small, right? Biome means a life community. So you have an itty bitty life community happening in your gut, okay? So this life system that's in your gut, we can't ignore it any longer because it affects everything. It affects how your organs work. It affects how your hair grows, doesn't grow. It affects your vision. It affects even your breath. Even if you have bad breath, y'all, I'm telling you, it affects so much of everything, how your glands work, how your hormones work. Can anybody say hot flashes, right? All of these things. So that's why it's so important for you to make sure that you are getting the bad things out. So many toxins that are in our bodies. And so one of the first things that products, we have two products that really approach the weeding, and that's our ProBio 5 and our BioCleanse. I'm going to start with ProBio 5. Our ProBio 5 is a probiotic, but this is not just good bacteria, which, I mean, that in itself is fantastic. It has 3 strains of live bacteria that are absolutely amazing for your body. But here's what sets this apart. It has an antifungal in it. Okay, this antifungal, what it does is when you eat anything that has sugar in it, or maybe you even eat a lot of carbs, you're eating a lot of bread and those things, it can feed the wrong things in your body. And then there can be an overpopulation of not good stuff going on in your gut. And this antifungal, what it does is it actually breaks through and those yuck things that are happening in your gut, and it helps to usher them out of your body. This sets it apart from other probiotics because it doesn't just put the good in, it makes sure that the bad is out. And listen, God created our bodies that we all have a certain amount of I'm trying to be compliant here. So we have a certain amount of things in there that helps your body decompose, okay? We all are created with that. What happens is when we feed it with too high levels of sugar, or whether that's through straight up sugar, or whether you're eating too much bread or these types of things, or even just sodas and things like that, when we feed that and it starts growing and getting out of balance and being overpopulated in your gut, what happens is essentially your body's going into early decomposition. I mean, think about that. I mean, that's crazy. And we wonder why we have all of these major diseases and issues that we're dealing with. And it starts with weeding the gut of those things. So that's why this ProBio 5 is so, so important. So that's going to be a weeder for us. The other weeder is our BioCleanse. Okay. Now, don't run, because I know that this is a buzzword in the health industry, and we are not about making you have to put your office chair beside the restroom for that day. What days do I need to take off work? I had people ask me, I'm like, no, that's not what this is. Listen, the majority of the American public is deficient in magnesium, and your body needs it in order to function appropriately. This is a magnesium hydroxate supplement. It's going to help your body have appropriate levels of magnesium, and it's going to oxygenate your body even at the cellular level. It's going to help your body eliminate effectively. Whether that means you're going too much and you go back down to a normal level of going, or whether you're not going enough and it helps you get to that level. I've had it help people in both directions, okay? But we want to help you weed effectively, and that's what this BioCleanse is going to do. So I like to think about ProBio 5 is kind of like both like the garbage man, the BioCleanse is like the garbage man. The ProBio 5 comes in and is the interior designer who says, yes, you need that. No, we don't need that. And I'm going to put a little good in there to go with it. Okay. So this is your interior designer, and the BioCleanse is your garbage man. Okay. Weed, got to get those stuff back out. I don't know anybody who would plant a garden and just go throw seed out there and expect the weeds not to take over, right? We've got to weed it first. So that's our weed. Then we're going to feed with our new Slim. Now, our new Slim is absolutely amazing because it has a prebiotic in it. It's like the miracle growth for your gut. It's going to get in there and it's going to prep the soil. So prep the soil, that microbiome, your gut garden, and make sure that it's ready to receive the good seed, and making sure that the good seed has a place to grow so that the bad doesn't get overpopulated and out of balance. It's going to keep your body balanced. It helps with systemic inflammation throughout the body. Anybody got joint issues and all of those things happening, it's going to help you with it's going to help keep your blood sugar levels, regulate your blood sugar levels where they need to be. God created our bodies for our blood sugar levels to stay within a certain window, and we eat things and they rise and they fall and they rise and they fall. This right here is going to help it stay where it needs to stay, because that directly affects the microbiome of your gut, and it affects the way your organs, your body is going to work to make sure that blood sugar level is where it needs to be. And if it's paying too much attention to that and not being able to do the other things, you're going to be in trouble. Okay. So this is going to help with that. It's going to help with appetite control. Amazing. Let me tell you, I honestly was a little bit like, oh, okay, great. They reformulated Slim. Can I just tell you like the results that I've had since I went on this? I mean, I literally have not had to, I was thinking I'm going to have to say, oh yeah, it's great. Kind of be more excited than I really was. And I can't shut up about this because it's absolutely fantastic. This new Slim is not just the flavor change. It is affecting life change and health change in people. Get this. Okay. So this is going to feed the gut. So we've done the weeding. We've done the feeding. Now what about the seeding? This is where I'm super excited about this. Vital Biome. Okay. Vital Biome. This is our new probiotic. Okay. And I know you're going, didn't you just talk about a probiotic? Yes, I did. But that probiotic, remember, was specifically formulated to help, yes, put some good in, but really break through the bad. This is where the seeding comes in. What good is a big plot of soil that's ready to receive the seed, and then you never put the good stuff in, right? This Vital Biome has 12 strains of live bacteria that are specifically formulated to help with anxiety, stress, mood. It's going to help. That's why we call it, they've really been talking about we are the health and happiness company. It's because we are actually formulating products to help with that on a physical, a biological level. Okay. So this is going to seed that help in you. That's why I love this product. Super simple. You just take one a day. You take it in the morning with your Slim. So loving my Vital Biome. Then you're going to have the Protect. So what good is that if you have a gut garden and you put those seeds in, you take time, you've been intentional to make sure the soil is ready, you put the seed in there, you cover it, you're ready for it to grow. And then if you live in the South like I do, you better put up some pans, or you better put up something to keep the deer from going in there and eating up all your good stuff coming out of the garden, right? You wouldn't just leave it and say, oh, did all that work and I'm not going to protect it. No, you're going to protect it, right? That's where our X Factor Plus comes in. Okay. Now listen to me. This is not your mama's multivitamin. Okay. I don't want you to say, I go to, CVS and I've got me some, I've been taking a multivitamin for years. Well, that's great, because you've probably peed it all out because you aren't actually absorbing any of it. Okay. I love you enough to tell you the truth. Okay. If there's nothing else you do but get the new Slim, the new X Factor Plus, and the Vital Biome, then just do it. Just do it. I'm telling you, you will see change. And this X Factor Plus is fantastic. Now I'm going to use some big words, but don't let it make you run away. Okay. Y'all with me? Everybody with me? Can I see some head nods? Y'all got me? Okay. The reason that this is absolutely fantastical is because it's all these big words. There are methylated, chelated ingredients in here. And there are bioactive and bioavailable ingredients. Now, let me explain to you what that means. If I told you that I'm going to feed you some steak, and I get you a steak out of my freezer and it's wrapped up, it's been like freezer wrapped, and I hand it to you and I say, enjoy this steak. it's going to take you a while, right? You got to peel it open. You got to thaw it. Then you're going to marinate it. You might even beat it a little bit. Then you're going to put some spices on it. Then you're going to hit the grill. You're going to put it on the grill. Then you get it off the grill. Then you got to cut it up. Then you got to chew it. And then it gets to your gut, right? Okay, that's the process of most multivitamins that you're going to pick up. That's what has to happen. And by the time that all that happens, honestly, you're eliminating the majority of the goodness that might be in that multivitamin. Our multivitamin, it's like your mama pureed the steak after she already cooked it and put it in your mouth, and boom, your body can absorb the nutrients. That's what sets this apart. Because when you take this, all the good, it's already ready. It's already in the form that your body needs it to be in for your body to absorb it and take it in. And it has aloe, meaning, listen, you absorb the nutrients you need in your intestines. So this aloe, and it's the gel part of the aloe that is in that the X Factor Plus uses. It goes and it preps the lining of your intestines to receive the nutrients. So when those nutrients are there, it's ready to absorb them. Plus everything, meaning it's methylated and chelated, it just means that it is in its most bioavailable form. It is ready for your body to receive it. There are so many amazing minerals that are in here. Not to mention there's a new B vitamin complex in here that is going to increase your energy. It's going to help your body just exponentially in all of its functions, because your body has to have these B vitamins and it has to have the appropriate levels for it to function appropriately. So I'm telling you, this X Factor Plus is amazing. Not to mention it still has that New Zealand black currant, meaning it's going to grab free radicals and get them out of the body. So this Weed Seed Feed Protect is astounding, and you need to get your hands on this. I'm telling you, you are going to love what it's doing for your body, and you're going to love how it's affecting change. And as you can tell, I'm just a tad passionate about it, and it's because I've watched it change my life, and I cannot wait to see it change yours as well. So there it is, Weed Seed Feed Protect. Don't go another day without it in your health toolbox.
Thank you, Julie. Oh my goodness, so much good information. Thank you so much. Julie's actually on vacation. She's like an hour from me at Santa Maria Island. That's awesome. So I appreciate you jumping on so much. I can't believe you're on vacation and doing this. I really appreciate it, girl. All right. Thank you.
Love you.
Love you too. Okay, so up next we have Celeste Gwynn. You guys all know who Celeste Gwynn is. Sorry, I can't help but say her name that way. So, be Celeste Gwynn. But I just want to thank you so much, Celeste, for being on the call and being willing to pour into me and my team. And it means a lot, girl. And so we can't wait to hear from you. So just share whatever you have for us.
All right. Well, so I think I'm just going to share my story. Yep. Briefly, my skepticism of why I wanted nothing to do with network marketing, and then why I believe that all 71 folks on this call can have the same success I have if they want it. So there you go. If you want to know, I'm like a pastor. Like, I got to keep your attention. So I'm going to tell you the 3 points now. So then if I get boring, you're like, well, at least she's on number 2. She's only got one more, So that's where I'm going to start. I am next door at my brother's house because I've got new flooring going in my house. And I said before the call started, when you have contractors working, you do not tell them to be quiet or to go home, no matter what time it is, right? So Plexus Freedom, we completely gutted our kitchen, and I'm getting a brand new kitchen. I'm making sure my husband knows that does not mean I'm going to cook more. But you know what? I may hire someone again to cook for us. So I've done that in the past. Maybe the person that I hire will have a much nicer space to cook, because cooking is certainly not my passion or anything that brings me any joy at this season of life. But my story starts back in July of 2012, and I was on Facebook, as so many of us were, scrolling and spending a lot of wasted time on that, embarrassingly enough, and saw my roommate from college, and she looked great. Little nugget for those of you that are working the business, she had been posting. She's my best friend. She had posted very sporadically about Plexus, and I had never seen it. But I did see a picture of her with her baby girl, and I called her up, and don't judge me. She's my best friend, and we can say stuff like this to your best friend. I said, okay, you were fat, and now you're skinny. What did you do? So now y'all know right off the bat, if you don't know me, I'm vain, right? It was all about weight loss for me in the beginning. And she told me about Plexus. And I said, well, you know what? Your baby is 12 months old. My baby is 12 years old. I guess it's probably time for me to try to lose my baby weight too. And she shared Plexus with me and told me about the business. And I let her know that I was not interested in the business. I am a stay-at-home mom, y'all. I still consider myself a stay-at-home mom. And that's actually the most challenging and most rewarding job that I've ever had. And I still consider it my number one. I'm actually on this call right now because my kids are at Kanakuk at camp and my husband's out with friends. So it's not affecting anyone's life. He just texted me because I didn't get off this call in time that he was going out to dinner with my brother. So whatever. Give me a second. But I did want to lose weight with the product. Started using the product, had great success. I actually noticed pretty quickly that I had more energy. People started asking. I started sending them to Jen Hawkins. I lost about 35 pounds. Over the course of 9 months, Jen Hawkins probably shared the business opportunity with me 7 to 9 times. And I shut her down all 7 to 9 times. And I said, dude, I'm trying to help you. I know you want to quit your job. I know you want to be a stay-at-home mom. I love these products. I don't want to work. I'm just going to keep sending people to you. So that's what I did for about 9 months. I sent her about 36 customers over the course of 9 months. And she came to visit me and manipulated me. Best friends can do that too. Into joining her team by telling me that it was really stupid, which it was, that I had everyone on my family on the products. And I was like the eternal, like everybody needs a preferred customer like Celeste Gwynn at that point in life. I was spending, I think, $300 or $400 a month on product as a preferred customer from my family. And I said, I will join. I'm not working this business, but if it'll help you, okay. So I actually told her, y'all are going to love this. If you don't know, I am a double diamond ambassador now, and I'm the top ranking ambassador in the company because God has blessed me with this stinking incredible team. But I told her when I joined, I said, listen, everyone that I know that is interested in these products has already ordered from you. My market is tapped. I don't know anybody else that wants this stuff, but if it's going to help you, I'll join. So there's some serious, that's a kind of funny statement for me now, having worked this business for 4.5 years. No market is tapped, obviously, as long as you keep spreading your nets. My market's still not tapped. I signed 2 level 1s this week. So joined her. She told me about this trip to Maui that you guys are all representing with your Hawaii gear. And now you know I'm vain and I'm materialistic, okay? Because I knew if I was ever going to go to Hawaii, I was going to have to earn this trip. Because y'all, my husband, if you don't know him, if you can't kill something there, we're not going on vacation there, right? So I knew if I was ever going to go, which by the way, he found stuff to kill in Maui both years. Him and my son both went on hunts. But anyways, if I was ever going to go to Maui, I was going to have to earn that trip. So I started working under the Lord. It's all I knew to do. I didn't know what the records were. I didn't know what the timeline looked like. I just started working my business because I love the products. People were asking me left and right, and I had that little website, so why not, right? So went Emerald really quickly, went Diamond in 6 months, re-entered, which is the 11th way to make money on my 7th month, and went Diamond again on my 2-year anniversary. And y'all, listen, I mean, I'm not eloquent. I'm a soccer mom with dirty hair, lots of dry shampoo up in here, from Anna, Texas, where we've got one stoplight. Just a mom that had a passion and really wanted better for my family. So went for it. But let me tell you why I did not want anything to do with it, and then I'll wrap it up and move on to the next person because I know you've got a lot of people to hear from. I, about 12 years ago, got asked to dinner by this gal at Mcneely Christian Academy who was like the super cool mom. She had high school kids, and I only had like a pre-K-er. You know, I was like the lowly pre-K mom. I was like 22 years old, at 23 maybe. Didn't really know a lot of moms, and she asked me to dinner, and I was super excited. I probably like went to Target and like bought a shirt that I couldn't afford. I really think I did. And I probably called up Roz Payne, who's my best friend, who is now a Diamond Senior Gold on my team. And I probably said, well, I don't know if you want to do something on Tuesday night, but I can't. Sorry, so-and-so asked me to go to dinner. So sorry about you, but I'm going to dinner with this really cool mom. Yeah, like I'm that friend. Well, long story short, Maddie Grace got sick and I had to cancel. And when I called this gal to cancel, she says, don't worry, we do these all the time. Well, I'm like, what are we doing? Is like separate club? Are we playing bunco? Like what's going on here? She had invited me to an opportunity meeting for a network marketing company never use the word opportunity or meeting or network marketing or business or anything other than, hey, I want to get to know you and go to dinner with you. So I got off the phone with her and I looked at my husband laying in bed and I said, first of all, I was like horrified and embarrassed and a little bit ticked off. I said, I will never, ever, 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 ever do anything like that where I have to trick, pressure, bribe my friends like into buying stuff for me or coming to a meeting. Like, she should be embarrassed. Like, that's so embarrassing for her. So here's the deal. Here I am 4.5 years into Plexus. I've never, ever, ever, ever had to do that. I've never tricked anyone to meeting me for coffee or coming to an op meeting or hopping on a Zoom call, or I've never had to beg someone to order product from me as a customer. I have something that people need that's changing their lives, and I've lived my life in a way so that people are attracted to what I'm doing. And I'm confident and I'm bold that I have, you know, the best products and the best business opportunity out there. And because I've lived my life like that, because this business is so attractive and the products have changed my life. I mean, I'm a completely different person. I'm like the most fit at 40 that I've literally ever been in my whole life. And I've just been challenged by these products to make other decisions and other life changes with my diet. And because of so many smart folks in this business that have taught me about juicing and nutritional value and the value of having an active, healthy lifestyle. I work out 7 days a week now. My life is forever changed. So I've lived my life like that. So people want what I'm doing. They want these products because they see that it's changed my life. They see that it's changed my family's financial future forever, for generations to come. I'll close with this. I have been able to do things because of this business. We can talk about the products. People are super confident and bold to talk about that, but we've been taught not to talk about finances. So I've been able to do things for, my dad's a missionary in Africa, and I've been able to do things that, you know, I think like Angelina Jolie do, not soccer moms from small town Anna, Texas, right? And I share them not to say I'm so amazing, but to say God is so amazing that he blessed me with this. And I've been able to do things for my dad's ministry. He's 72. He may have, to cry, 2 more trips to Africa left in him, and he's been going for 22 years. He's been to Africa, I think, 67 times in 22 years. And because of my freedom and the income that I'm making through Plexus, I've been able to do things that were his dreams that he never thought would be reality, like drill a water well, build a medical clinic with so many of your help, build a maternity ward, furnish a medical clinic, pay for a doctor, feed the school children every single day. The only meal they get is when they get to school because of Plexus Freedom. So again, I don't share that to say I'm so amazing. I share that first of all to say I'm not amazing. My team is. God's amazing for bringing these people to my team. And what a gift to be able to do things that are blessing so many people. There's so many other things that we've done for our church. And dude, my kids are at Kanakuk. It's not a cheap camp. I get to send them for 2 weeks and write 1 check and not have to do the payment plan and not have to hope we're going to be able to pay for it at the end of the year. It's been a blessing for my family personally too, but what a gift it is. It's just such a gift to all of us for sure. I believe everyone can do this, and I know that there's 72 of you on here going, I know some of you very well, Terry and Amber and a few of you other folks, but you're going, you don't know me, like you don't know if I can do this. But let me tell you, I know me. And I know that I'm just a mama who wanted better for my family. I wanted to take some pressure off my husband, who's worked so hard for our whole marriage to provide for us so that I could be a stay-at-home mom. I wanted to show my daughter that I could do anything I set my mind to, including contribute financially to the family and still be a full-time mom, and I've done that. I believe that you can do it because I know all the leaders in this company very, very well. I know we're all different. But we have belief in these products, belief in this comp plan, and ultimately belief in ourselves. That's usually the deal breaker. You can't deny that the products work. You just heard about them. You can't deny that the business works. You just heard me share what it's done for my family. But if you don't believe that you can do it, then you're right. But you can, because we're all so different. I'm telling you, anyone can do this. I mean, if you set your mind to it, whether it takes you 4 months like it did me or 4 or 5 years like it has so many other leaders, it's no less sweet for the folks that it takes 5 years to get to Emerald, maybe sweeter, right? Because they've been on their own journey than me taking me 4 months. So be on your journey, y'all. Jump back into this. If you don't believe, I mean, push your I believe button, watch the Diamond Docs, go read testimonies, hop on these Zoom calls. You can build that belief in these products in this comp plan, and you can build belief in yourself through personal growth and development. So I would challenge you to jump back into personal growth and development. At the same time, you might jump back into this business, and you will be shocked at what God can do through you.
Awesome. That's so good. And I love that about the whole personal development and the belief, because I mean, that's a huge, huge, huge problem. If you don't believe in yourself, you can't do any of it, So all that confidence. So good, Celeste. Thank you so much for being on. I really appreciate
you for having me.
Your testimony is always encouraging for us to hear. So
well, it's a gift to get to be on with you guys, and I'm just so stinking grateful for each and every one of you. I say it every time. I know I'm double diamond because of y'all. And the more you get to know me, the more you're like, oh yeah, it's definitely because of her team. Because I promise you, there ain't nothing special about this gal other than I love people well, and people have trusted me. But I appreciate you having me on, and I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, that's great. All right. Well, let's move on here. We have one more who's going to share. It's going to be amazing. Before that, Erin, she's going to give away some door prizes. So we're going to do a few door prizes, and then we're going to wrap it up here soon, guys. Go ahead, Erin.
Hey, Amber, thank you so much. And I don't know about you guys, but it has been such a blessing to hear from these amazing leaders. I already love the products. I love this company. I love how God has blessed my family with it. But this, Amber, it just fires up my heart so bad, because I know that God's called each and every one of us to this, and He's placed on our hearts. So you guys, I know this is not what I'm supposed to do, but I just want to thank you guys for being here, and it's just being so servant-hearted and just pouring out your love and passion for this company that God's given you and given it to us. So thank you. Okay, now fun stuff. Amber, do you mind? Do you know which one you want to give away first? Do you have a preference, or?
Oh, I forgot I had them. I was talking. By the way, check out what Erin has. She is all out Hawaiian with her background and her coconut bra.
We got her in here too. I forgot, you couldn't see all my stuff.
Let's go ahead and do the X Factor Plus.
Oh, okay. Awesome. So I have everyone's names here. It's been quite a challenge writing everyone's names down. So let's see. We are going, and my eyes are closed, and I'm drawing. Kathy Marshall. Is Kathy Marshall still on the call?
She's still on.
Oh, she is. She's waving. Hey, Kathy. Awesome. That's exciting. You would get the bottle of X Factor Plus. And
write them down, Erin. So don't worry about writing them down.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah.
I just put a check mark next to her name.
Okay, that works. Do that too.
Oh, my goodness. Rachel just said that she joined on Sunday.
Ah, that's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome. Yay.
All right. Next, we have Slim Block, whatever it is, 3-day trial.
Okay. And that looks like it's going to Shaylee Hurt, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced your guys' names, but Shaylee Hurt.
Awesome.
If you're still on the call, wave to us. I see Becca doing a happy dance. That must be one of Becca's people. That's awesome.
Yep, she's on there.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, and let's do Slim and Edge.
Okay. That one goes to, oh man, I'm really sorry if I mispronounce this. Melanie Onofry?
Yep, she's on here. I saw her.
Is that correct? Oh, I see more happy dances. That's super exciting. Congratulations, Melanie.
All right, sorry. And a bottle of block.
Oh my gosh, that one's amazing. The times when you want to eat cheesecake but you don't want to suffer for it. Miss Jennifer Weber.
Ooh, good. Awesome, Jen. She's still on there? I think she is. Okay, and then let's do this Plexus water bottle. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's actually, I got these at convention, and you can store your pills in the bottom. There's a container in the top to store stuff in, so really awesome.
Awesome. That one's going to Angelina Lucia.
All right.
Is Angelina still on? Somewhere?
I don't know. Sorry.
Yep, she's on the very last, I laced on mine, she's on the very last page. So Angelina Lucia, congratulations, my dear.
Awesome. Okay, and then instead of doing a drawing for the last one, I just want to point out Rachel Ivory. If everybody
Right.
Rachel Ivory, look at her now. And she wins the pink bottle, because I'm just going to give it to her because she is definitely showing some spirit there. So anyway, awesome. Okay, thank you so much, Erin. We're going to do the 2 big prizes, the cash and the purse at the end. We are almost done, but we definitely are excited about hearing from Krista Dearey. If you have not heard her, you're about to get your socks blessed off. I'm just saying, the girl is amazing. Like, there's no words for her and her personality and how she's let God use her life and her 7 kids and just the miracles that are happening in her life. So I'm just going to let her share. I just love her so much. So Krista, you take it away, girl.
Sounds good. Thank you. I'm already emotional. This is just so exciting. My goodness. So I'm going to be short and sweet. Deal? I'm going to paint a quick picture of who I was and where I was at when I first heard about Plexus and blew Plexus off. We felt led 12 years ago to move from Minnesota to Florida. And in our naivety thought, we obeyed the Lord, and so this is our promised land. And so we were so thrilled to go. And of course, like when God leads you to a place with palm trees and beaches, that's pretty cool, right? So we go, and it turned out that over the next 10 years, we walked the desert. We hit trials, a lot of trials back to back. When the market crashed, our family crashed. I'm already emotional. Lord have mercy. I cry every time. I will get through this. But we crashed. We lost everything, our home, 30 acres, rental properties, Chad's job, and went through a season of rebuilding. For the first year, much of it looked like friends dropping off diapers and wipes and food and getting food from us from churches and ministries that would donate towards our family. From there, it went to food stamps and jumping in dumpsters to get coupon inserts because we couldn't afford the newspaper, selling everything we could on Craigslist. Anything that was extra clothing, extra toys, extra furniture that we didn't need, we sold it to put food on the table. And we were rebuilding from this over course of a number of years. When we had our 6th child, Judah. His name means praise. And so once again, we just assumed that God's leading us to name him praise because we're going to finally enter into a praise season. High five, our marriage survived this mess we walked through. It's over now. We can move on with our life, right? So we give birth to Judah, beautiful birth. And 5 weeks later, realized he had suffered 2 traumatic brain hemorrhages that destroyed much of his brain. He has a little bit of his frontal lobe left and a little bit on his left side. So we went through trauma. And sorry, going back to it is just hard. But it shook our family. Up until then, we had been a really holistic family. My kids had never even been on antibiotics. So brain hemorrhage was not on the radar, maybe an ear infection, but we had never even had that. It was like, it literally jolted us into a world filled with doctors and specialists and therapists. And I dealt with a lot of shame. Anytime there's a brain injury with the baby, you're accused. And so the first assumption was that mom and dad did this. And so while he was being transported, while they worked to save his life, we had investigators in our home at 2:00 in the morning. So this was real trauma. It was watching our son, wondering if he'll survive while also being accused. From there, they said, well, it looks like you didn't do this, but now our next guess is, since you had a home birth and you didn't give him a vitamin K shot, that's why this happened. So it went to me carrying this guilt that, oh my gosh, I didn't give him this shot. And so I have wrecked my son's life and our lives. Our family has never looked the same since. He just turned 6 this last week. Precious as can be, his spirit is alive. He responds so much to the word and to worship. But most of his abilities are that of a 6-month-old. He can say some words. His first word was hallelujah. So definitely his spirit's alive. But he cannot sit up or crawl or walk or feed himself or do much of anything. So we became full-time caregivers. And that's a lot when you got a lot of babies, right? Homeschooling, the whole shebang. Fast forward a little bit further, and I have a surprise pregnancy that I was very not ready for. I was still emotionally and spiritually, mentally healing from this trauma. Dealt with flashbacks if I heard an ambulance or oh golly, different things that would be a trigger to flashbacks. And so now to have another baby was a huge flashback, especially when it was a baby boy. So we gave birth to Malachi David, and I spiraled, big time spiraled. I had been prone to postpartum issues before, but this was different. Now I had a baby boy who could be a trigger. He could cry and it was a trigger. I could feed him and it was just a trigger. I could change a diaper and it could be a trigger too. When Judah had his first seizure, you know, like it was rough. And Mama wasn't doing well. And I was on this journey with the Lord of learning transparency and vulnerability, letting people into our world instead of pretending that it was fine, because it just wasn't, and discovering the freedom that came from that. And I had just gotten to where I did open up about the flashbacks. And a friend of mine saw that. She's a pastor's wife in Florida, the Plexus ambassador. And she reached out to me, not to make a sale, but because she knew she had something on her hands that would help me. And she was nervous to reach out. We didn't know each other well. But she reached out and encouraged me to try Plexus Slim. And I blew her off. I was so skeptical. I was a supplement snob. And I said, no, that's okay. I don't take anything with artificial colors and artificial sweeteners, but thanks anyways. And she was like, oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. Like, here, look into it. I didn't look at the ingredients. And that was that. But over the next 3 months, I got worse, not better. And I kept thinking, like, what is wrong with me, Krista? Like, get your spiritual act together. Control your thoughts. You know, I'm doing everything that I could think of to do. I was on a lot of supplements, B12 injections, essential oils like crazy. I'm like dousing myself, trying to recover with what I had in my cupboard. But I wasn't getting anywhere. The light bulb should have gone off that wasn't really working. And let's see, she had reached out to me July, I think. That October was the worst month, the darkest month that we've ever walked through, to the point that I did leave our home. I left. I snapped. I couldn't think straight. I couldn't function. If you were to read my journals back then, they said, God, why did you make me? Do I even have a purpose? I don't want to be on this earth. Why do you even make any humans? All I feel is pain. I wake up in pain. I go to bed in pain. I can't do this anymore. And I just totally snapped. But I couldn't figure out how to end everything. And so late that night, I came back to Chad when the kids were in bed and said, just kind of bared it for him and let him into just how dark this was and that we needed help. I didn't want to have to go on medications. I didn't want to have to check myself into a hospital, but it was to that point. I talked with my pastor's wife that Sunday and wanted her to pray with me. And in my mind, I'm thinking, can God just heal Judah and fix our life and then we'll be fine, right? This like, what's it called? Destination disease. Like, can we just heal him and everything in my life will work out? But she looked at me and it had to have been God inspired, but she just shook her finger and said, Krista, you have got to get your hormones balanced. I don't care what you do, what you take. This is your hormones. Your body is out of whack. Figure this out or stop having babies. Like, she was that sassy with me. And I was like, okay, great. Thanks for nothing. You know, just pray over me already. So she marched over to Chad, told him the same thing. So we had another talk that day. And I said, Chad, I don't know, but there's this girl and she told me about this pink drink. And she thinks it's going to work for me. Well, money was tight. So we were still rebuilding. As you can imagine, now we had medical bills on top of it. And fundraisers for our son, the whole 9 yards. So he said, how much is a doctor appointment and how much would Slim cost? Well, Slim won. So we made a handshake deal. I would try it for 60 days. If it didn't work, I'd get my money back and I would see a doctor. And that's how it began. I became a preferred customer on November 7th of 2014. I was ashamed that I was even drinking it. I kept it hidden in our cupboard and didn't tell a soul. But I knew enough about natural health to not expect a quick fix. I didn't expect anything to happen week 1 or month 1. I wasn't sure if it would work at all. But I took it consistently every single day. And by the end of my 2nd month, towards the end of December, Chad looked at me from across the room. He was getting a coffee, and I was laughing with our children. I was present. I was goofing around with them and doing the do-si-do. And he said, I have my wife back. I haven't seen you like this in years. And he was right. I hadn't felt that way in years. And I wrestled with it thinking maybe God just healed me. And it just happened to be while I'm on this pink drink, because surely there's no supplement in the world that can do something so radical. But I ran out for one day early in January 6th. ran out for a day before my next preferred order came. And it was enough for me to see the difference. And something just happened in me where my passion was like oozing out. I was just so aware that God had brought something to us that had rocked us. I felt so free and so liberated. And my whole life just felt clear again. Whew. So my order came on the 7th. And in this brief moment of not thinking, I took a picture of it, no filter, no nothing. It wasn't even cute, just a picture of this bag of Slim, and posted it on social media. That was my connection with the outside world. I did not leave the house often, having a special needs son in one arm and a newborn in the other. But I made a post really quickly and just got it out there, admitted to the world. No one knew the issues I had dealt with to the extent of where I was at. And it was time that they knew. And I was driven by one thought: what if there's one mom, one person that follows me on social media? And what if she is also struggling, and she's also struggling in secret, and she's not putting a word out there? Her Facebook looks totally perfect, like life is fine. But behind the scenes, she's just as broken as I was. If there's one person out there, then I'm willing to give up my pride and my dignity and my fear, what people are going to say, and I'm going to put this out there. So I made that post, and my inbox blew up with a lot of questions that I had zero answers for. I wasn't even signed up as an ambassador at that time. So I quickly rushed and begged Chad, can I have $35? I need to sign up, I guess. And people are asking questions, and I just opened up freeway messages. I would just say, I don't know what's in this. I don't even know if they have other products, but hang on, let me just figure this out. And out of that, God didn't just birth this restoration to my body, but he brought a restoration to our finances, to our marriage, to our family, and restored what was years worth that it felt like the locusts had eaten. At this point now, Chad is home full time with us, helping me with Judah, which is a huge blessing, to say the least. And our dream had always been to be at a place of time freedom and financial freedom, that we could go where God says to go, and we could do what he says to do, and just respond, just live with our hands open. And that's what the place that we're at. It was soon after I went Emerald that God said, okay, it's time to go back. And so we just came back to Minnesota. I'm in my in-laws' guest bedroom because we're in total transition craziness. We're pregnant with number 8. It's not Facebook official, so don't say anything on my Facebook. But we are in a new season. I've been asked 3 times this year to speak in churches regarding our story. That would have never come about, nor would I have said yes, had it not been the way God chose, the God of the universe, to look down and choose to use network marketing to do so much in my life, in stretching me out of my comfort zone in a bazillion ways, and in restoring so much for our family. So to say this is life-changing, that may be cliche, but for us, it has been 100% life-changing. It is worth getting out of your comfort zone, because you never know the next person that this could reach. And that's it, y'all. I love you guys. Excited for you.
Oh my goodness. Your story, girl. It doesn't matter. It just brings tears to my eyes. It's just so good to see how God's worked in your life, and just everything. It's just amazing. So, and I forgot you were pregnant with number 8. That's right. So exciting. So exciting. All right. Okay, so guys, we're going to wrap it up here. I'm going to turn it back over to Amber Livesay, and then she's going to close us out, and she's also going to have Aaron do the last drawing here soon. But I just want to thank you again for being on this call. I know you guys all heard from amazing people and amazing stories, and just how God is using this in their lives, and in both ways, financially and with the products. And so I just want you just to remember that, the person who got you on this call, they got you on here for a reason. Like Terri was saying, there's a reason why you're on here. All right. We have passion because the products actually work, because the comp plan actually works. It all works. You guys, those of you who don't know me, I'm a youth pastor's wife. I'm a mom of 4. I homeschool my kids. I was very shy in the background, never wanted to be in front of people. And I'm in front of people all the time now. And now I just was on a call with Celeste Gwynn, and Krista Dearey and Amber Livesay and all these people. You know what I mean? I had to overcome a lot. And I know there's people on this call who had the same, or who has the same fear I once had. And believe me, I have to overcome it pretty much every call. So, but anybody can do this. If I can do this, anybody can do this. And you all know, how the products work, and you see it in our lives. And so I just want to thank you again for being on here, and I'm going to let Amber just take it over, and she'll finish it up, and we'll have Erin do the last drawing. So thank you so much.
Well, you guys, there's not much more I can add. This call has been incredible. Is Krista still on here, or did she have to jump off? I think she probably jumped off.
She's still on. I see her name. There she is.
Are you still on here, Krista?
I'm still on.
Thank you so much for sharing your story. I just wanted to say it's amazing when you can look back and see the fire you walked through and see that fourth man in there with you. You know, see Jesus Christ walking with you. And I don't know if those of you that maybe you're new to Plexus, or maybe you're just not all in, these stories are why we can't shut up. These stories are why we don't care if people get tired of us on Facebook. These stories, these life-changing stories, are why we're in it for life. We are not selling jewelry or makeup or leggings. There's nothing wrong with those things, but we are marketing products that have the ability to change people's lives. And I fully believe that not only do our products change lives, but our compensation plan, as Krista just shared, both products and comp plan has the ability to change lives, completely turn it upside down. I'm not talking about a couple $100 every month. I'm talking about you work this business, you get a team going, you have the potential to make 6 and 7, did you hear me, figures a year. You guys, I promise you, it is life-changing. And if you want more information on that, reach out to any of us who've talked on this call and just be like, okay, come on, give me the real deal. Like, what are we talking about here? How financially life-changing is this? My very first month with Plexus, after coming out of another network marketing company where I was having parties, keeping product, taking people's orders, delivering orders, and I was making about enough to cover our electric bill. My very first month, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm gonna. My very first month with Plexus, I made $1,164. My first month. And the most of that came from posting on Facebook. When I didn't know the answers, I would reach out to my upline, find the answers, and get back with people. Fast forward to February of 2016, I promoted to Diamond, which is the top rank in the company. And guys, listen, it is life-changing income. It is the income that has the potential to build orphanages in India and water wells in Africa, okay, and gymnasiums in Wiley, okay. That is this income, and that is that's these products. It is so ridiculously life-changing. I want to try to drive that point home as best as I possibly can before you get off this call, because I want you to try to wrap your head around that, about how life-changing these products are and this business is. Plexus actually trademarked the phrase, "What if this could change everything?" We own that phrase because for so many of us, it has changed everything. Okay, and let me just add this. I'm going to shut up here real quick. I'm not going to preach a sermon like I do sometimes, I promise. But let me just add this real quick. There are enough, I'm just going to say this. There are enough crappy people in this world making bukus of money, doing crappy things with that money. And it is high time that some really good and godly people start making money and doing good and godly things with that money. All right? There's my short abbreviated sermon. Now, we are working hard to get Amber to Emerald, Amber Sheffield to Emerald, and I'm doing this a little bit selfishly. I want her and her husband in Hawaii with us. Her husband and my husband are like two peas in a pod when they get together, and they would have an absolute blast. But here's another reason why I want you guys to remember, let's get Amber to Emerald by July 31st. Get Emerald to Amber. That's a little bit of a tongue twister. The closer, you guys will become an Emerald-led team. Yes, you're on mine and Jana's and Amy's team, and Jana and I are Diamonds, and Amy's an Emerald, and all of that. But the closer that you can get a jewel, an Emerald, to your downline, the more achievable they see it for themselves. Who on here is Amber Sheffield's level 1? Just show me your hand. Okay, Samantha. I needed someone to pick on. Samantha's Amber Sheffield's level 1. The closer that Sam can get her level ones to a jewel in this company, the more achievable they see it for themselves. The more the light bulb goes off when they see her Lexus, when they see her in Hawaii. And Sam can say, this isn't some chick from Texas that I only know through Plexus. This is my actual friend that I knew before Plexus, Amber Sheffield. I can introduce you to her. This is someone I actually know. The more the light bulb goes off for them. The more y'all become an emerald, the sooner y'all become an emerald-led team, the better. So don't just think of it as, okay, I'm going to work really hard so that Amber can become emerald. You guys think of it as, we are going to be an emerald-led team. Are y'all with me? Okay, good, awesome. I'm excited. I don't know when this is going to happen. I know it's going to happen. I love Amber Sheffield. Let me just tell you guys, if you're not familiar with who your upline is with Amber Sheffield, you have got the cream of the crop. You have got someone who will love on you, train you, and pray for you and love you well. Sorry about my voice. I'm coming off a week of camp as the camp director, so a little rough. Last but not least, before Aaron does the other giveaways for, I think, like a pretty cool purse. Is it Michael Kors purse? Hey-o. And is it the money we talked about, $100?
It's Michael Kors purse and $100. It's not the money we talked about, but it's
can I be entered to win, or?
No.
Probably not. I see how it is, girl. Anyway, one more thing we're gonna do, and I need you guys to pay close attention to this. Amber, with this incentive, do you want it to be just for folks who are on this call, or can folks who are on this call reach out to their people?
They can reach out to their people.
Okay, so here it is. The next 20 people who are currently inactive, you are not working the business, okay, and you have not ordered product in quite some time. You are inactive. So in other words, those of us who are active, they're what we call white lines. That's just what it shows us in our back office, okay? You are ready to go. You're ready to get some more products going. The next 20 people who order $100 or more in PV, in personal volume, in product, you are going to get a $10 rebate on your products, okay? After you place your order, you need to message Amber Sheffield and let her know, hey, I just did this. And as soon as she's at 20 people, she'll just cut it off and let you guys know, okay, we're at 20 people. Maybe you can even post it on the event page or something like that. But you're going to get a $10 rebate on your order of at least $100, and that's for the next 20 people. Erin, where are you at, girl? How can I miss you? There you are. Okay. Rachel Ivory's lights keep glittering in my eyes, and it's all I can see. So, Erin, let's do those other giveaways, and then I'll close this out in prayer.
Awesome. I'm super excited. Okay, so which one are we doing first, Amber?
Let's do the Michael Kors purse.
Okay.
I don't have it to hold up. I should have grabbed it. It's out there.
It's really cute. It's really pretty. She showed us.
We'll go grab it real quick while she does the $100 one or something.
Yeah, I'll do the $100 one real quick. Yeah.
I want to see the prize I can't win.
Me too. Okay, guys, awesome. The last person before the purse is going to be, Kim Pierce. Kim Pierce, you are the winner of $100.
Awesome.
Thank you, Kim Pierce. That's awesome.
Yes. Do I see Kim anywhere? I think
I just saw her.
Yeah, she's on here.
Yay!
Oh, there she is, second page waving. Hey, Kim, congratulations.
Definitely need party music, Laura.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the purse. Can you all see this?
That's super cute.
So pretty.
Yeah, I love this bag. I wish I could win it too.
So pretty. Okay, and the winner of the purse is Annette Rala. Annette Rala, are you still here? I thought I saw you.
Oh, I see her name.
Do you see it?
Woohoo!
Oh, there it is. Perfect. Annette, congratulations. You get the purse that all of us are envying. So we can repent for that on Sunday, but you know.
Oh.
Congratulations, you guys. You guys are going to have a lot of fun stuff coming in the mail. You're going to love the new products. You're going to love the purse, of course, and the cash, and it's going to be great.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Erin. I'm going to go ahead, if everybody's wrapped up here, we'll close out in prayer. Thank you all so much for being on this call. And let's get to rallying this month and get Amber to Emerald. All right, let's pray. Dear Lord, thank you so much for this call, Lord. I thank you just for the sweet spirit that has been all over this call, and no doubt that has trickled down from Amber and from her sweet spirit. And from you shining through her life. Lord, I just thank you for Terri and Julie and Celeste and Krista and Erin and everyone who shared on this call, Lord. I pray just your richest blessings upon them. And Lord, I pray for those who have listened and they're really considering Plexus. Lord, I just ask once again that their minds and their hearts will be open to all that this business and these products can do for them. Lord, we thank you so much for this gift called Plexus. We thank you for Amber Sheffield and for her heart for others, for her heart for you. Lord, we know that this promotion is coming. We know that she and Tommy will be grateful and will continue to give back to you and to their church. And so, Lord, we just ask that you rain down your richest blessings upon them, upon their family, upon their business, and upon their church. Lord, we just love them so much, and we're so grateful for them. Lord, we love you, and we thank you and praise you for all that you are. In your name, amen.
Thank you all so much. Thank you, Amber. You did awesome, girl. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Good night, you guys.
Bye.